All right. Good afternoon. Today, I'm very excited. I'm joined by Ike Ofoma, who is the project manager and founder of IKEOCEAN. Ike is a logistics professional, business consultant, and entrepreneurial leader. Ike, before we get started, could you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit more about your company and your background, please.
Right. My name is Ike Ofoma, the founder and the CEO. And I like to be called a project manager, right? Because, we project manage, different elements of businesses. So, yeah. And I was born in a small town in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria, West Africa. To those who don't know where Nigeria is in West Africa. One of the biggest, country, in West Africa. People always make a reference between Nigeria and China due to the populations. Okay, all right, and then yeah, so I spent my childhood in Africa. Came over to the United States of America like everyone else. Not chasing American dreams, but chasing my own dream as a logistician.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, and I was born into a business family. You know, business run in my vein. You know, um, so that is about me. And for iQuestion started from South Africa,
Mhm.
all right, in 2010, and from there, we grew to a larger scales, and I find the opportunity, to play in Americans market, which is, the biggest market in the world.
Mhm.
I know that China want to compete, but the US, is ahead. So that's why we migrate to United States in 2021, and since then we've been in America, and we are vendor to the federal, and we are vendor to United Nations, and also vendor to the city of Atlanta.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that introduction. So, the topic of today's podcast is the next chapter in management consulting and specifically moving past client retention challenges. I'd like to go back to the beginning because I know that we have a lot of clients who are startups or are thinking about starting up a business. And so, I'd really like to hear just a little bit more about that starting vision behind IKEOCEAN. What specific unmet needs did you see in the market, and how did you set out to address that?
In supply chain logistics, always a constraint that people want to buy and send, but however, there is behind the scene of sending. It consists of a lot of legalities, government regulations, and all that. Most especially when you dealing on international scales where the customs have to play. You need a freight forwarders, who knows what they're doing to guide you, and help you to scale your business as well. So there is a lot going on when it comes to the whole supply chain, as a whole.
Well, again, back to kind of the company's foundation and those roots. So, securing those initial clients can be really challenging for a new logistics or consulting firm. Could you walk us through that process of finding and converting your first clients, and what was your unique selling proposition?
All you need at first, I would say, is start within yourself, start with the people that you know, your friends, family, brothers and sisters, because everyone want to send something out in as much as little it could be, but they need to a logistician who can help them facilitate movement. So you guys witnessed during the COVID, we are essential service provider.
Right.
All right. With that, it shows that, being an essential, everyone needs us.
Mhm.
However, how do you go about acquiring your first customers? Do not go too far. Do not look too far. Look within yourself. Your next person, your next customer is always there with you. All you have to do is, look that person and speak.
Mhm. So, developing those personal relationships and the
That's
personal
right.
sphere of influence. Yeah. Well, and then moving a little bit beyond that. So, you found the first client. What were some of those initial challenges you found in retaining them, right? Especially with a competitive logistics space.
Firstly, customer service.
Mhm.
Customer service more important. Your price could be competitive out there, but if you don't have a customer service relation, you fail.
Right. So
That's the
delivering that high
secret.
quality experience, absolutely.
Yes.
Right. And that's a perfect segue into my next question, right? It often hinges on trust and demonstrating that value. So, what strategies did IKEOCEAN employ from the outset to build those deep, long-term relationships and ensure your clients saw a clear return on their investment?
Well, this is what we do. At first, we always make sure we engage our clients beyond, business relations. All right, we want to get to know what's happening with them because, you need to understand that you're dealing with people and people have challenges, different kind of it that could, be an obstacle to your business relation. Though we're building a mutual relationship, with our customers, and we want to understand what is going on in their life, not personally, and also, in their business activities. How can we help?
Right.
All right, and how can we help you to scale your business and put more money in your pocket? Everybody's looking for how to make money, right? And however, I will say, to one of customers that want to buy in a small quantity, and I advise the customer if you buy in a small quantity, logistics is all about volume.
Hmm.
So if you buy bigger, you make more money. And iCushion could assist you, in terms of financing.
Okay. Well, beyond project completion, how do you measure the success of your consulting engagements and by extension your clients' retention, maybe in the initial phases of your journey?
You could tell by, the initial phase how, the introductions, where they are at that point in their business. Is it startup or it is, a trajectory, or it's something that's been established but, looking for a way to kick off, right? So from there you understand if these are dear customers that you want to spend your time with, or you have to put them, on a benchmark and come back to it when, time permits you.
Okay. Well, so we talked about what things looked like 2021, 2022. Let's fast forward now to maybe this year or last year. A lot of challenges for logistics and freight industry right now. A lot of challenges between, you know, economic policies, trade wars. So I wanted to hear from you. What are some of the most impactful emerging trends that are reshaping how companies are managing their supply chains today?
Well, it's tough. I won't lie. With the current tariff, between China, between everyone, and what Mr. President is doing right now, I would say he's taking a good measure. However, that's for a long time, not for a short
Mhm.
time because American don't have the plantation local plantation of their own. So we depend on foreign entities and we depend more on importation of commodities. All right. And
Right.
we understand that Mr. President want to make America great again. For me personally, I would say this is not the time. All right. And it's gonna happen, but this is not the time because um, lesser importation, lesser importation increase inflation,
Mhm.
and also more exportation increase more income. That's what we want to get to. However, America don't have the plantation right now.
And so, I guess, given that impact or some of those impacts, how are you leveraging technology to deliver those services? Any new tools or methodologies to engage with clients and solve those complex problems?
Well, I would say with the current technology, AI is taking over, right? If you don't know about AI, and I would say please, and this is my advice to everyone, get engaged with AI, get engaged with that because that can help, to scale your business. It's save you time, all right, and also increase more revenue for you. So AI is the future.
And is that something that your company has implemented already? Or are you using AI, or is that on your roadmap in the next 2 to 5 years to implement?
It's on our roadmap for the next 12 months. to
Okay.
come.
And so as a established CEO, you already have AI and it's on the roadmap for development. If I'm a new CEO or a CEO that's not currently utilizing AI, I say, where do I start? Right? There's so many different options out there. Where should I start?
I would say start with the AI that will give you more careers efficiencies
Hmm.
in logistics because without that, you can move consignments. All right, so I would say start with, you know, uh, um, careers AI efficiency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so as those technologies continue to evolve, how do you envision the role of management changing? So what are you doing to stay current and prepare for that change now? And how are companies going to have to adapt their leadership style to incorporate those new technologies?
Well, it's becoming new norm right now that technology is reducing manpower.
Hmm.
All right, we understand that. However, uh, when you invest more in technology, you get out more of it. So there's gonna be a job. I know a lot of people are scared that AI is taking over their job. Yes. However, you could still put AI to work. The AI innovation is to help you, scale your business. It's not to cut you out of job.
And for logistics and freight companies struggling maybe to adapt some of those new technologies, what advice would you offer regarding how they can leverage consulting expertise like IKEOCEAN's to ensure their client retention and future success?
I would say just dive into whatsoever AI you could get hold on and
Okay.
learn more about it. Learn more about AI. Learn more about it. Keep learning, and you'll find it, how to put it to work.
Okay. And my final question for you, given your own journey and experience here, what are you most excited about in the AI or emerging technologies that you're looking forward to implementing in the next 1 to 2 years?
Well, I'm excited with it because what a manpower could do in an hour, with the outcome, AI could get it done, less than 20 minutes with utmost outcome.
Yeah, just the ability to really leverage and magnify your capacity, right? Absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Well, final question or final opportunity here. Anything that our viewers could learn about iQuotient or that you'd like to share maybe a little bit as we wrap up here about your company and the value you bring to your customers?
I'll say everyone get engaged, register with iQuotient, create your global shipping account with iQuotient. We are turning iQuotient into a logistics marketplace. iQuotient is going to be the energy powering global logistics.
Ike, it cut out there, so I'm going to edit this last piece. But do you mind answering that last question again? Because I don't
Okay.
know if it recorded and I just couldn't hear it, or if it cut out on your end. So I'd rather just record it and
Okay.
then I'll go back and edit this portion just to make sure we didn't. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I would say everyone listening to me out there right now, businesses individually, you know, get on iQuotient, register your global shipping account with iQuotient. We are turning iQuotient into a logistics marketplace. iQuotient will become the energy powering global logistics.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ike. This has been a great conversation. I know that our viewers are going to get a ton of value out of this. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.